What's up, good people? Mark Holmes, of course, with.
Michael Anthony Fitness.
And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I know you're looking at Michael Anthony doing the work, and everybody's going to say Michael Anthony does all the work. But I tell you what, when you have 12-foot ceilings, that also means that you've got steps that are even longer. So we're cutting stuff in the basement and having to go up all these stairs. So it's only 2 floors, but it's really like 3 floors of steps. This shit is hard. And I've been running. I just finished cutting this piece of cement board here for Mike to screw down so we can put down some tile and stuff in this bathroom. It's kind of cool that the last time this bathroom was worked on was 1980, and before that, September 19th, 1952. And you can best believe me and Mike are going to put our names on this as well. So when somebody comes back and looks at this place that's a mess, they'll know who to blame. So yesterday was a rough day. You know, we all know I'm a Dak Prescott fan and stuff. We had Ian Rappaport and
He just needs to go.
Ian Rappaport and what's his name? Damn, Adam Schefter going through and saying that the Cowboys weren't going to do a deal. Now, I've had some time to think about this, and I've listened to Jolena Anderson, who said, this doesn't mean that there's not a deal that's going to happen eventually. Look, Mike, you're shaking your head. You're shaking your head. What you say?
What did Roger Goodell say?
Well, that's another story for another time. But yeah, supposedly
that would be a good video for another time.
Supposedly, it would have been Paul Tagliabue actually when they did the deal. That when the Cowboys won the lawsuit to enable them to have their own advertising, you know, when they put the Nike swoop on it, that commissioner said, "You will never win another Super Bowl."
I thought it was Roger Goodell because they won a Super Bowl.
But no, I gotta think about that though.
No, it was Roger Goodell.
But Goodell didn't come in until 2004.
Because they won a Super Bowl.
No, 2005.
They won a Super Bowl after they got the advertisements in the 90s.
Okay. All right. Well, be that as it may.
Somebody said they weren't going to
We'll deal with the Cowboys not winning Super Bowls later. Right now, we're dealing with the Dak Prescott situation, and it's crazy because I'm hearing Kyler Murray to the Cowboys. You know, I'm seeing those articles and stuff, and you're seeing the top 5 places that Dak Prescott might land. Articles and stuff that are going on.
Now, which team has an opportunity to win a Super Bowl on that list?
Oh, well,
that's where you need to go.
Okay. Before we get to that point, Mike, please. Let's deal with this situation.
Yeah, like getting this.
Let's look at the facts so far. So, typically, when a player is not getting the contract that they want, what do? They usually will hold out, or they'll do some stuff in the court of public opinion.
Or
they'll kind of say, "Oh hell no, you gonna pay me."
Or they'll delete their social media that has anything to do with that team.
Right? Yeah, you definitely delete your social media. Well, Dak didn't delete anything. Dak didn't say I'm holding out. Dak didn't say anything negative. Now, what Jerry said was we've had discussions about that and come to a mutual agreement about the contract. Well, the mutual agreement might be is we're going to get you another contract, but here's what we're going to do. Since the salary cap went up so much this year, this contract that we gave you, we screwed up on it. We screwed the pooch on it. And if we just go ahead and throw more bad money at this bad contract, we'll make it worse. So why don't we go ahead this year, take the $55 million hit, and we wait till next year when the cap goes up even more to be able to absorb it. And that actually makes some sense. Because, you know, it's one of those things, you can pay me now, you can pay me later, but you got to pay. I know the Dak Prescott haters are out there saying, "Oh, see, he just don't want him to go. He's coming up, he's reaching." But you know,
I would love Dak Prescott to go and win a Super Bowl somewhere else because
I would love Dak Prescott to win a Super Bowl in Dallas, but
that ain't gonna happen.
I don't know if that's going to happen or not. So
I don't think it will either.
I've had conversations with some people that have taken me off the ledge. And it seems to be that that's possible. It may be that it doesn't work out that way. That, they go through and they say this, and then Dak Prescott has a great season and everything else, and decides, you know what? I got people out here that want to offer me $65 million a year.
Look at Kirk Cousins.
What about how much money he's made?
He's
made almost $300 million
this year. He was injured.
It still got
money. So there's hope for Dak Prescott if he decides to go somewhere else.
That's very true.
There's hope. At least with the money part. I don't know about winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah. The other part of this that also, to me, ends up being that this whole thing is being walked back. Like I said, Jolisa Anderson went through and basically saying that, this doesn't mean that Dak Prescott is gone. She didn't have to do that, but she did. And the other part of this is where you're seeing that some of the blame is going elsewhere. You sat there, you heard about now, people are now saying, well, hey, Dak may have not had the best of games in the playoffs, but look at what Micah Parsons has done. And no, seriously, I talked about this morning.
Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb both don't show up when it matters.
Right. Oh, that's the thing is, and that's the thing.
Because
this is key because getting rid of Dak is not going to make CD necessarily play better, or Micah Parsons play better, or the defensive line. And here's the other part too. I'm gonna lean that against there because my arm's about to fall off.
At least Dak tried.
Here's the other part of the equation too. Go ahead.
When we were in the playoffs, at least Dak
playoffs. Don't talk about playoffs. We suck in playoffs. Are you kidding me?
We wouldn't have put more points on the board. Tried to come back.
True on that. But here's the other part of the equation right here. And so now they're kind of letting you know holistically that, it's not just Dak Prescott that failed in the playoffs. And here's the other part I've said a couple of times here, because we keep hearing, all the talking heads, which is kind of crazy to me because I heard Adam Schefter talking about, the Cowboys, if they don't get him to a new contract, they're going to take a $90 million dead hit next year. Nobody. No, you were completely wrong on that, Adam Schefter. It would be $40 million right now. They're paying him $55 this year. It's $90 collectively, actually $95 collectively for this year and next year. But if you go through this year and pay him the $55, and basically kind of scrap and try and save. There's some other areas where they may save some money too. They'll get the $9 million right there from Michael Gallup. But then you didn't restructure all these other contracts that you're going to have a whole lot of dead money in the future. And if you get CeeDee Lamb's contract done, you get about another $10 million. So that may be what the real plan is. And Jerry Jones gets exactly what he wants, which is getting people to go crazy and talk like crazy about them boys. So there you have it. Now, trolls, have at it. Have at it. Have fun. Because I know you're going to talk. I know you're going to talk. Borgos is just crazy. He's delusional. He's a delusional. Delusional. Why my lips look like they're crackheads' lips? They look gray. Jerry, can a brother get a playoff wig? This keeps calling me, man. It keeps calling me. Okay. All right, we're just getting crazy here. I think it's because of lack of oxygen to my brain from going up and down these steps. And now I got to do some more over here on these tiles to get ready to see if are we going to lay this tile today?
We should. And then tomorrow we can do the flooring downstairs. If we get the tile done today, that's one of the things I do tomorrow.
Well, I can't get all of it because I can't get I can go halfway.
I say do as much as you can today as humanly possible, and do the rest of it.
It's almost 5 o'clock and we got an hour and a half drive home.
I would say.
But, all right, good people. Peace.